The Lehigh County coroner has been called to the 100 block of Cobblestone Road in the borough of Alburtis in Lehigh County. Initial police radio reports say officials are investigating the discovery of 2 bodies inside a home. WFMZ's Jaccii Farris is live on the scene in Alburtis. Jaccii.
Well, Jaciel, we are just off the intersection of 2nd and Cobblestone Court. Investigators aren't saying much at this time, but the coroner is at the scene along with investigators for the Lehigh County District Attorney's Office, State Police, and Alburtis Borough Police. Now, the entire house has been roped off with crime tape, and if you take a look at the video, you can see that the police are all over this scene. Early radio reports indicate officers were dispatched here for a call of 2 bodies, but that has not been confirmed. Right now, investigators are grouping toward the back of the home in what looks like a mud room or an enclosed porch area. They're taking pictures. Everyone is wearing gloves. Now, it's believed that investigators have been out here since around 9 o'clock this morning, but so far, we haven't heard officially anything about what investigators are dealing with inside the home. But again, initial reports from the scanner is that police were dispatched here earlier today for a report of 2 bodies. Now, as soon as we know anything, we will bring it to you. Live in Alburtis, Jaccii Farris, 69 News.
Thank you, Jaccii. Our other big story is the flooding that's hit many parts of our area. Many streams and rivers are full and the ground is saturated. Perfect conditions for flooding. Water levels are high in Carbon County, where the Lizard Creek and Lehigh River have spilled over their banks. The Schuylkill River also was elevated in North Coventry and Chester County, and the Manatawny Creek in Pottstown, Montgomery County overflowed its banks. The flooding has caused numerous road closures throughout the Lehigh Valley. Police in Bethlehem Township say Wilson Avenue is flooded between Farmersville Road and Skolek Drive, and there is no access in or out of Wilson Drive. The worst of the flooding may still be ahead. Let's find out what kind of conditions we can expect today and tomorrow. WFMZ meteorologist Matt Broderick is live on the boardwalk with a preview of the forecast. Matt?
All right, Jaciel, thanks very much. Yeah, worst of the flooding ahead, certainly for the Delaware River. We have seen some improvement on some of those smaller rivers and the streams and creeks, but we are still seeing a lot of flooding occurring across all of eastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey, even though that rain got out of here very early this morning. Temperatures are pretty mild, although not really up from where they were earlier this morning. We're at 49 in Philly and 50 in Trenton as 2 of the milder spots. Most of us continue into the middle 40s, upper 30s at Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. So far, aside from a little bit of sun by about mid-morning, we've clouded over since then. There are some more breaks in the clouds just to the south and the west, and some of those breaks of sunshine will work their way in our direction. So we should see some sun with the cloud cover. This continues. Flood warnings for every single county in the viewing area. That means somewhere in each county there is flooding occurring, whether it's poor drainage areas, some of the roadways and the streets and highways, or certainly some of the smaller streams and creeks. We've obviously seen lots of flooding along those particular regions, along with low-lying areas. So that continues. Most of these flood warnings don't expire until later today and on into the evening hours. Now, let's take a look at the Delaware River, where we've got some issues at Easton and now at Riegelsville in particular. Now, Belvedere, we don't have to worry about, which is good. We expect the crest below flood stage. At Easton, you can see the flood stage of 22 feet. You can see where we are currently at 23.27. So minor flooding occurring. We expect the forecasted crest at 26.4. Keep in mind, in Easton at 26 feet, that's when Riverside Drive begins to flood. So it's a very close call, but the potential is there for some moderate flooding in Easton starting later tonight and into our day on Saturday. Riegelsville also seeing some minor flooding. The flood stage of 22 feet. Right now we're above that at 22.41, and minor to moderate flooding expected in Riegelsville later tonight, 25.1. Keep in mind, along the Delaware, it is going to take until most locations tomorrow afternoon until the river falls below flood stage after it crests a little bit later tonight. Back inside, we will show you as far as the Lehigh and the Schuylkill where those levels are. Some good news along those particular rivers. Temperatures will reach the middle 50s this afternoon. Full weekend forecast in a few minutes. Now back inside to Jaciel.
All right. Thank you, Matt. People in our area who live near creeks, streams, and the 3 major rivers have been watching the water levels for possible flooding. WFMZ's Joscelyn Moes joins us live from Lower Macungie Township, Lehigh County, with more. Joscelyn.
Jaciel, we're at Spring Creek Road and Laurel Lane in Lower Macungie Township. This is definitely a flood-prone zone, although neighbors tell us not usually quite this bad. It seems the Little Lehigh burst its banks, and as you can see, that guy is reversing on up. The only way you're going to get through here is with a boat. The heavy rains left plenty of problems. All morning long, the Delaware River continued to rise, while creeks and streams burst their banks. In Upper Macungie Township, Centronia Road was closed between Trexlertown and Grange Roads. Elda Laudenslager lives nearby.
We seen it coming yesterday already. You could see it fill up, the field fill up.
In Lower Macungie Township, sections of Spring Creek Road were closed. John Kruglinski came down to capture the waterlogged roads.
Normally, this creek is a tiny little tributary of the Little Lehigh, and this is about the most we've seen in years.
And while they wait for the waters to recede, people living along the Delaware are waiting for the full flooding to begin. Now, about an hour ago, we did see someone try to make it through here in an SUV. He did succeed, but barely. Officials warn folks not to drive through roads that are covered with water because you don't know how deep that water is. Reporting live in Lower Macungie Township, Joscelyn Moes, 69 News.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Flooded roads in Schuylkill County are being blamed for the death of a 74-year-old driver. State police say David Salata drove around barricades and into a flooded section of Route 645 in Pine Grove Township late last night. They say when they arrived at the scene, Salata's car was under floodwaters. 2 state troopers had to smash the car's window to pull him out, but they say he was already dead.